everybody, it's Clara, the book goddess, and today I am bringing you my February wrap-up. So, February was kind of bleh for me. I got into a horrible reading slump after I finished Mockingjay. I called it the PMRS, the Post-Mockingjay Reading Slump, and I did a blog post on that if you want to read that. As usual, the blog is linked down below. But I did read, some books for school, and then towards the end of the month I got out of my reading slump and was able to read a couple books. I read 4 classics and 2 modern books, so I have certainly had my fill of classics for a while. But in books I read this month, I started with Death Comes to the Archbishop by Julius Caesar. This was for school, and I didn't enjoy this one. The writing was very pretty. I loved the way Caesar described everything, but it just seemed very plotless, and I didn't really like the characters that much, so I just didn't like it. I also read The Country of the Pointed Firs by Sarah Orne Jewett. This one was set in a coastal town in Maine and followed this one lady's summer there, and I did enjoy that one. I would give it a 3 out of 5 stars, and it wasn't like I have got to figure out what happens next, but it was still a very enjoyable read that I did like very much. I also read Julius Caesar by William Shakespeare. This is also for school, and as was The Country of the Pointed Firs, that was another school book that was for honors. But Julius Caesar was amazing. I read it in 2 days, and we are going to put this on as a class, and I volunteered as tribute to be both of the Cinnas. Yeah. I said I will have a nice long good cry, and then I will wear gold eye makeup and be both of the Cinnas. Because, why not? Because that's my new favorite series, The Hunger Games now, so I'm like, why not? But anyway, I love Shakespeare in general, and Julius Caesar was great. Although The Taming of the Shrew is still my favorite. Okay, so outside of school, I read Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. This took me entirely too long because I read this while I was in the PMRS. And yeah, I did enjoy it. It was very, very good. My ship sailed. It just took me a very long time. So yeah, but certainly 3.5 out of 5 stars for this one. Okay, so non-classics. I did read a couple of those, and the first one I have today is The Beautiful Pretender by Melanie Dickerson. This is like Prince and the Pauper meets Princess and the Pea, and I love Melanie Dickerson's books. Hers are Christian romances, and most of hers, the ones she's most famous for, are set in this medieval, like, Germany, and I absolutely love them. This book was not my favorite. I did enjoy it more than I enjoyed The Hunters of Thornback Forest, but I like her. I still have that cough that I've had since June, but okay. I did enjoy this one very much. I like her young adult books better than I like her adult books. This one was an adult book, but it was still very, very good. And if you like medieval romances or Christian fiction and you haven't read any of Melanie Dickerson's books, I highly suggest picking up some of hers. Okay, and I ended the month with the start to a series that has been on my radar for a very, very long time, and that is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I love saying that, just by the way, Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, it rhymes and it's fun. So anyway, this is a fantasy novel about an assassin who is sort of forced to compete in this almost Hunger Games style competition, but not quite. So if you like the Hunger Games and you like fantasy worlds, and you would probably enjoy this. I am very, very excited to read the rest of the series. The last book is coming out this year in September, I believe, and so I am very, very excited about continuing with this series, and it is right up my alley. It's got romance in it and a high fantasy world that's similar to mine, and yes, so I am very excited. Alright, that is it for this wrap-up. Thank you guys very much for watching, and don't forget to follow the blog and subscribe. Goodbye!